After 20 years as a work in progress, the Waterfront Botanical Gardens finally opened their gates to the community in October of 2019. Since then, they've been hard at work providing the area with a welcoming community space full of plants and learning opportunities.
You could say there's both passive and active recreation or education here. So passively, because we currently are free to the public, you would come and you just want to check things out. It's like, what's it like? What are you doing on top of a former landfill? What do the buildings look like? What classes do we offer? So we have youth programs. And then otherwise it's just, walking through the gardens and just observing, using all of your senses to see, hear, maybe touch some leaves or flowers, smell some flowers.
While the gardens now display a new green life for the city, part of Louisville's past is actually buried right underneath them.
We are boxed in by I-71 on our south. We've got Beargrass Creek to our east. We're right along River Road, or the Ohio River, to our north, and then Frankfort Avenue to the west. And if you have a look now, you will see that you have a pretty nice view of the downtown skyline. And the other thing that was great about this site was it was the former Ohio Street dump. So there literally are layers underneath us. And that's why today we are 25 feet above the natural landscape. And so this becomes a major sustainability project, where here you have a brownfield site where there is debris, there's old rubber tires, there's creosote telephone poles, there's burnt wood. And as we've built, we've come more familiar with the challenges of building on a former landfill or a former dump. The biggest one being subsidence, which is potential sinking of the soil. And now we are fixing the soil. We are choosing plants that are ecologically sound for our area, and we're planting it so future generations can come to a former brownfield site and you can see what can be done through natural processes in the hand of man to make it something that's healthier once again. We are 23 acres. We've developed in phase one, we're about 4 acres that have been completed. The Japanese garden, which is our next big project, is about 2.5 acres. When phase one is done, it'll probably be about 8 acres completed of the 23. And then of course, then we move on to phase two, which would be a children's garden, our main visitor center, maybe a few other gardens that transition here to where phase one is in the far southeastern corner. And then phase three is centered around a conservatory. And there is no conservatory in the state of Kentucky, so we're excited about building that. And a conservatory is conservation of plants that may not grow wherever you may be. So here in Kentucky, the conservatory would be a large glass house that would house tropical rainforest plants, or maybe a desert ecosystem in which those types of plants would not be able to survive our winters or could not survive the humidity that we have here in the summertime.
As part of their plan, the Botanical Gardens host different events throughout the year to bring the area together outdoors.
Music in the Gardens is held from May to October, I believe Wednesday or Thursday night a month, where we have an outdoor concert right behind me on the plaza by the water wall. And we sell tickets, and I think we serve various beverages. And we have a Gardens of Glimmer, which is a holiday light show around the holidays in the month of December. A zoo is for animals. A botanical garden is a zoo for plants. So come and just have a look. If you may never have stopped and looked at plants before, to be like, hey, well, that's just a green-leafed blob. What is that? And you may see it in bloom, you may see a bird on it, or you may see a very exciting pollinator, whether it's a hummingbird or maybe even a mosquito, on a flower. It's like, have a look at it and appreciate for what's out there. And it's really about slowing down and just looking. Don't come to the Botanical Garden thinking that it's a race, that you want to get from the parking lot to the Butchertown Greenway as quickly as you can. It's like, no, take your time. Look at things, maybe describe what it is that you're seeing. It's like, do you like it or don't you like it? Why don't I like it? Well, it's something that, it helps you with your personal development, but it just makes you slow down, relax, and then just enjoy the fresh air and nature.
The Waterfront Botanical Gardens are open 5 days a week and are free for everyone to enjoy. To visit them online, visit waterfrontgardens.org or stop by and enjoy the gardens in person at 1435 Frankfort Avenue in downtown Louisville.